Over the past 30 years, more than 2,200 people have been falsely convicted of a crime and sent to prison, which amounts to a combined total of roughly 20,000 years of life lost, according to the National Registry of Exonerations.
Almost all of them have said they kept expecting that system would get it right, that they would be acquitted because they hadn't done it, and the system would only convict somebody if they had done it.
Linda Starr is the executive director of the Northern California Innocence Project, a legal-based nonprofit that challenges wrongful convictions, particularly those that carry significant sentences.
Our job isn't to believe or disbelieve them just based on their word. Our job is to investigate, find evidence and facts that will support what it is they're saying or not support what it is that they're saying.
How do you go about choosing your cases?
It's a giant triage process. We start usually with just a letter from a client that we then gather a questionnaire. We begin gathering appellate documents to see what the state sees the case looking like, and we then begin doing actual reinvestigation of the case.
The project receives anywhere from 600 to 800 letters from inmates every year, while students from Santa Clara University's School of Law, where the project is based, investigate the circumstances of each case. Most are dropped because the organization is unable to find evidence that demonstrates the inmate's innocence.
When you're advocating on behalf of one of your clients, you're more than 100% sure that they are innocent?
When we are advocating for our clients, we are 100% sure that their conviction was wrongful and should be reversed, absolutely.
Another county crime scene Saturday in Rancho Cordova. The discovery of a man shot execution style. For sheriff deputies, that's 5 homicides in 5 days.
Rancho Cordova, 1998. A truck driver spots a man's body lying in the bushes along White Rock Road. Sacramento sheriff's deputies identify the man as 18-year-old Anthony Galati, who'd been shot twice in the back of the head, execution style. Despite their efforts to find Galati's killer, the case goes cold. That is until an inmate in California State Prison comes forward with information about the murder 2 years later, and fingers Jeremy Puckett as the triggerman. The inmate said it all started at an apartment on Croetto Way, a few miles from where Galati's body was found. He told police Puckett and another woman pistol-whipped Galati, robbed him, tied him up, and took him out to a car to drive him to the spot where his body would eventually be found. While the prosecution admitted during trial that there was no physical evidence tying Puckett to the crime, he nonetheless was convicted and sentenced to life in prison, where he sat for the past 16 years. Puckett has maintained his innocence, and after multiple attempts to appeal his case failed, he wrote to Starr's organization in Santa Clara.
What can you tell me about Jeremy Puckett's case?
Well, what I can tell you is that it's pending, so I can't tell you very much. But we have filed a petition for writ of habeas corpus challenging Mr. Puckett's homicide conviction, and that petition is currently pending before the California Supreme Court.
The Innocence Project began investigating Puckett's case in 2014 and has since found that the prosecution in the case suppressed facts and evidence, some of which has been destroyed, and engaged in additional misconduct. They've also collected a sworn declaration recounting a confession by another man that is inconsistent with Puckett's guilt.
We are very scrupulous in what cases we take forward. We only go forward with those cases where we believe we have the absolute evidence that we need in order to get that conviction reversed.
And over the next few weeks and months, Michael Anthony Adams will continue to bring you more of Puckett's story and just hope for justice. All right, we're back after this.